I remember it was around the age of 29 or 30. I just bought my first home, had a mortgage, lots of obligations. I made some smart moves at that time, and I had a couple of friends move into my house, and they were paying a small amount of rent. So there was some coverage, but I got a package from the debt relief company that I was working in, and I felt a lot of pain around that. A lot of pain and embarrassment, if I can be honest with you, because I put a good 8 years into this company. I'd climbed the corporate ladder. I had done all the right things. I felt like amazing. I was earning a six-figure salary, and back then, when I was 29 years old or so, that was a decent amount of money. Today, it's not as much anymore with inflation, but back then, it was actually a decent amount of money, and I had a pretty good living. I had a nice daily driver, a motorcycle, a house sort of thing. But when they called me down to the HR office, because it was a large organization. There was about 700 employees in this location, several floors on a multi-story building. And they basically sat me down and they said, hey, they slid an envelope across the table. And I said, what's this? And they said, that's your package. We have to get rid of a manager off the salary, so we've chosen you. And there was no conversation. There was no discussion. There was no explanation. There was nothing. There was just an envelope, a couple of pages stapled together, 15 pages or so, with some terms that I had to sign to get a check for a few $1,000s. And that was painful, man. That was embarrassing and that was painful. But again, that was one of the catalysts that led me to leaning into the silver lining and finding an opportunity to go and create my own business. I remember I did a couple of interviews after that, and I thought to myself, do I really want to go and work for another company? Do I really want to get into another situation that I'm just in right now? What is this pain trying to teach me? Like,